The Midnight Market of Ezeala. Part 2, The Coming of the Juju Priest. The fear in Ezeala grew worse with every passing night. Villagers no longer slept peacefully. Strange whispers moved through the wind, and sometimes the thick fog from the forest crept all the way to the center of the village. People kept disappearing. One evening, a hunter named Okri went into the forest to check his traps. He never returned. The next morning, villagers found his spear lying near the forest edge. Beside it was a strange symbol scratched into the ground. Everyone knew what it meant. The midnight market had taken another soul. Soon, no one dared to step outside after sunset. Farmers avoided the forest, and children stayed hidden inside their homes. At last, the elders gathered beneath the great Iroko tree, the sacred meeting place of the village. "Our people are dying," the village chief said with a heavy voice. An old woman spoke softly. "There is only one man who can fight spirits." Everyone knew the name she meant. Okudili. The powerful Juju priest who lived beyond the hills. Seeking the priest. 2 young men were chosen to find him. They traveled through the forest for 2 days until they reached a lonely shrine surrounded by giant trees. There they found Okudili sitting beside a small fire, surrounded by charms, bones, and carved statues of the ancestors. Before they could speak, the priest slowly opened his eyes. "The midnight market has returned," he said quietly. The men froze in shock. "Yes," one of them said nervously. "Our village is in danger." Okudili stood up slowly. "The traders you see are not ordinary spirits," he said. "Long ago they were greedy merchants who cheated many people. When they died, their souls became trapped between the world of the living and the dead. Now they trade forever, feeding on human fear and greed." The messengers shivered. "And the spirit that leads them?" one asked. Okudili looked toward the distant forest. "The master trader. If he is not stopped, the market will grow stronger." The priest returns to Ezeala. When Okudili arrived in the village, the people gathered around him with hope. He began preparing for the battle that night. He painted sacred white chalk symbols across his body. He tied powerful juju charms around his waist. Then he burned sacred herbs whose smoke rose into the sky. The air grew heavy with spiritual power. Finally, he lifted his carved staff tipped with a lion's fawn. "The spirits will come again tonight," he told the villagers. "But this time, they will find me waiting." The market appears again. As midnight approached, the villagers locked themselves inside their homes. The forest became silent. Then slowly, the fog returned. Floating lanterns appeared in the darkness, and the twisted stalls of the midnight market rose once again from the mist. Ghost traders moved silently through the fog, their glowing eyes searching for victims. But tonight something was different. Standing at the edge of the forest was Okudili. The priest planted his staff firmly into the ground. The spirits stopped moving. One ghost trader laughed coldly. "A priest has come to trade." More spirits gathered around him, whispering. "Every man desires something, even priests." Okudili stared at them without fear. "I have not come to trade." His staff began to glow faintly. "I have come to end your market." The spirits shrieked angrily. The fog suddenly darkened. And deep within the mist, a massive shadow slowly began to rise. The master trader was awakening. And the true battle for Ezeala was about to begin.